He was 18, a twin, a seminarian, and he was murdered for preaching the gospel. This is not just another crime story. This is the story of Michael Nnadi, Nigeria's youngest martyr. February 16th, 2001, Michael Nnadi was born in Sokoto, Nigeria, alongside his twin brother. From the start, Michael stood out, quiet but deeply thoughtful. He grew up in a devout Catholic home, the kind where daily prayers weren't optional, and Sunday Mass was a full family affair. You could say faith wasn't just taught, it was lived. While most kids his age were dreaming of football stardom or escaping chores, Michael was already talking about becoming a priest. Not as a backup plan, but as the plan. This guy was different, driven by something deeper. Fast forward a few years, Michael joins the Good Shepherd Seminary in Kaduna. This place isn't just a school, it's where future Catholic priests for Nigeria are trained. Michael was on fire for his calling. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but he had a quiet intensity that made people listen. Even his fellow seminarians looked up to him. He was that kind of guy. Then, January 8, 2020, everything changed. Armed gunmen broke into the seminary that night. They infiltrated the actual grounds. These weren't random thieves. They came with a plan. 4 seminarians were kidnapped. Michael and 3 others, Pius, Peter, and Stephen. One moment they were asleep. The next, they were being dragged into the darkness at gunpoint. For weeks, there was uncertainty. The other 3 were eventually released one by one, but Michael didn't come back. Now here's where things get heavy and honestly, kind of unbelievable. While in captivity, Michael didn't beg. He didn't hide. He preached. And preached to his kidnappers. Like full-on evangelizing. He talked to them about Jesus, about repentance, about mercy. And he didn't stop, even when it became clear that it was making them uncomfortable. Imagine that. Surrounded by men with guns, deep in the middle of nowhere, and still speaking truth. That's next level courage. One of the kidnappers, Mustafa Muhammad, later confessed something chilling. He said Michael was too bold, but he kept telling them about God, urging them to leave their life of crime. And they couldn't take it. That boldness, that unshakable faith, it was too much. Michael's body was found on February 1st, 2020, at just 18 years old, still in seminary, not even a priest yet. But he died as one of the most fearless witnesses to the gospel Nigeria had ever seen. His funeral was held at the very seminary he was taken from, Good Shepherd, Kaduna, 11th February. His twin brother was there, his classmates, priests, bishops. People cried, people prayed, and people remembered. Because Michael's story isn't just about tragedy, it's also about testimony. You see, in a country where Christians, especially in the north, are constantly under threat, Michael's life and death hit hard. He didn't go looking for martyrdom. He just refused to stop speaking the truth, even when it cost him everything. And here is what's wild. Since his death, his story hasn't faded. It's only grown stronger. Across churches in Nigeria and beyond, people talk about him like a modern-day saint. They say he reminds them of the early Christians, the ones who stood before lions and still sang hymns, the ones who chose faith over fear. So was Michael Nnadi, Nigeria's youngest martyr? Honestly, yes. Maybe not officially by church canon law, but in the hearts of millions, he already is. His courage has lit a fire, and if you're watching this, maybe it's a fire that burns in you too, the kind that asks, what would I stand for? What would I speak for? Michael stood for Christ, and now his silence speaks louder than ever.